Imagine you're signing papers at a dealership. The salesperson smiles. One option is $399 a month. The other is $551. Your brain immediately locks on to $399. Cheaper, right? Not so fast. Because when it comes to cars, the monthly payment is the most misleading number in the room. What actually matters is total cost per year of ownership, and that's where leasing and buying tell very different stories. Let's break this down properly. When you lease a car, you're not buying it, you're renting its depreciation. If a car is worth $30,000 today and $20,000 in 3 years, you're essentially paying for that $10,000 drop in value. But your lease payment also includes a finance charge, taxes, and dealer fees. So yes, the monthly number looks smaller, but you're paying for access, not ownership. At the end of 3 years, you hand the keys back, or you buy it at the residual value. And here's where things get interesting. When you buy, you finance the full value of the car. Higher monthly payment, longer term, usually 5 or 6 years, you're paying principal and interest. Let's say you buy a $31,000 car with $3,000 down at 6% interest. Over 5 years, your monthly might be around $550. Sounds worse than leasing, but here's the key difference. After 5 years, you still own something. And if that car holds value, say it resells for $24,000, your actual cost wasn't $31,000. It was the difference between what you paid and what you recovered. That's a completely different equation. Quick pause. If you like structured, no-fluff money systems, subscribe and share. We build strategy here, not hype. Now, let's do something smarter. Most comparisons online are flawed. They compare a 3-year lease to a 5-year loan. That's not fair. So let's compare 3 scenarios. Lease for 3 years and return it. Buy for 3 years and sell it. Or lease, then buy, then resell. When you actually run the math, buying and reselling after 3 years often ends up thousands cheaper than leasing, especially in strong used car markets. Why? Because residual values are often lower than market value. In plain English, you can sometimes buy your leased car for less than what it's worth in the open market. That gap changes everything. Here's the deeper layer. Buying wins financially in most normal scenarios, especially if you keep the car 5 years or more. But leasing wins in certain personality profiles. Leasing might make sense if you want a new car every 3 years, drive low mileage, run a business and can deduct it, or prefer predictable maintenance coverage. Buying makes sense if you want the lowest total long-term cost. You're comfortable driving the same car 8 to 12 years, you value ownership freedom, and you don't want mileage limits or early termination fees. Leases feel cheaper. Ownership often is cheaper, but only if you hold long enough. The biggest mistake people make is optimizing for monthly comfort. $399 feels safe. $551 feels heavy. But wealth isn't built by choosing the lowest monthly number. It's built by minimizing total lifetime cost. And cars are depreciating assets. So the goal isn't to win the car, it's to lose the least money while using it. Here's the system rule. If you're stretching your budget either way, you're already choosing wrong. Cars should support your income engine, not compete with it. If you can buy a reliable car and drive it 8 to 10 years, buying almost always wins. If you're upgrading every 3 years regardless, then at least understand the trade-off. Lower monthly does not mean cheaper decision. Sequence, math, time horizon. That's what determines which option wins.